We're here.
He's giving me the look. He knows what time it is. He said, your turn. He said, your turn, champ. Oh, my. First things first, of course, congratulations to the pod on hitting 10K.
Let's go.
I mean, 10K followers on TikTok. That shit is so big. Thank you for all the love, all the support. We're going to keep delivering as we are today with a big guest.
I love it, man.
Oh, my God. Listen, let me cool down, man. Today... We have, first of all, welcome to the PainTalks podcast. I'm your host today, PainTalks. Nothing short of excited for the episode we're about to record. We have fashion brand owner. Yeah.
This guy's going through, man.
Fashion brand owner, brand ambassador, of course, and junior. Can I say junior?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Junior world record holder. Mr. Nathaniel Massiah in the fucking building. I can't.
You good?
I can't. My time.
I appreciate that.
It's our turn. Oh my God.
We're here, G.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Yeah. I actually I fly out to World Championships on Sunday.
Big. Where's it been held?
It's in Costa Rica. It's a big location. So generally speaking, I've done it. This is my third year.
Yeah.
So it was in Romania the first year. Mm-hmm. Romania, that was cool.
Nice. Yeah. Can't go wrong.
Malta last year.
Oh, that's serious.
Do you know what? You know the whole Malta hype. Yeah. I feel like that started like this year. Not to say people weren't going Malta before.
Yeah.
But you know where it was the one where this year it's like everybody and their mum is in Malta.
Yeah.
That was more this year. When I went twice last year and it wasn't like that. Like it was more of a...
What you got out for this party?
No, neither time. First time I went out there, this brand actually flew me out and we were filming content. The second time was for World Championships. But no, it's a nice place. And but again, fairly close to the UK, so still a couple hour flight. This year is in Costa Rica, so it's a hefty 15-hour flight.
Damn.
It's going to be long, and but I'm excited though. It's a cool place to do it.
3 times.
Yeah.
Greedy.
This is my last one, though. This is my last one.
Yeah, but that's like my default, isn't it? You have no choice.
Pretty much. I don't have a choice. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Okay, cool. We said the first time was so sweet. You have to go again.
Yeah.
Second time, and then a third.
Yeah. So obviously, so the first time was that was like a big stepping stone for myself.
Yeah.
Because I had only started taking powerlifting seriously like January of that year. I had powerlifted prior to that. Like I started competing when I was at university. But I only got serious with it, got a proper coach January.
Okay.
So then Nationals is in March. So we have from January to, I don't know, maybe beginning of April. So January to April, getting ready, getting situated with my coach, kind of learning more. And then do Nationals, and generally you have to come first or second nationally to get qualified for World Championships. Yeah. Now I didn't. I came third, but the guy that came first didn't want to do European Championships, and the guy that came second didn't want to do Worlds. So I got the opportunity to do Worlds and Euros same year.
Fuck.
But obviously I went into that not like highly ranked. I think I was ranked to like 8th. Like, because they have your rankings going in based on like what you've previously done.
Yeah.
Going into it ranked 8th, so I'm thinking like, if I can get top 5, that would be amazing.
More than.
Bro, it was a combination of me doing well and everybody else having a stinker. I look up, I'm third.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, there's a video of me like when I did my lift, I did my deadlift, right? And then a few guys had to lift after me.
Yeah.
And I needed a bunch of them to fail in order for me to come third.
Yeah.
Brother, every single one of them brothers failed. I was because there's a screen in the back. I was looking at the screen like, and I looked at my coach, she's like, came third. I'm like, what? I get a medal. I thought I was just gonna come for some participate. They give you like a participation medal, innit?
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
But I got 2 real ones as well. And I was like, rah. And then obviously last year was the big one. I went into that still not like highest ranked. I was like, I think third. Had 2 guys above me. Brandon Jones from America and this guy called Rico from France. 2 crazy strong guys. And that was a serious battle, like a serious to the end battle.
Go on, I'll paint a picture. You don't just say serious battle, man.
Okay, so cool. So going to the competition, obviously these guys are ranked higher than me. And like they're better at squats than me, better at bench. But my thing is deadlift. That's always been my thing. Like since I popped off in like 2019, I would always do the big deadlifts and they always get views. So that was my thing. So going to the competition, I'm behind them on squats, I'm behind them on bench, but I had my personal goal for last year was to break the world record deadlift, which was 355.5 kilos at the time.
Whew.
So I had attempted it in March of that year at Arnold's, failed. I went for a British record the week after that, failed.
Dang.
But that was my goal going into this competition, something, 355 kilos. Now, I'm a fast, long story short, we get to the final deadlift, and it's 360.5 kilos. Bear in mind, the most I've ever done is 352. But it's 360.
Yeah.
But you know them times, like I think athletes from other sports call it like flow state.
Yeah.
When you're kind of your mind, your body, everything just lines up and you just feel like at peace. Like, and it's actually mad because prior to that, I was cramping like mad. Like, there's a video of me like warming up in the back and my whole, you know when like, you get a regular cramp, like, okay, it's bad. But you know when the whole thing seizes up visibly, like there was like, you know when there's dots in your leg where it's cramping, like, it was like that. And I was panicking. But then got to that final one, I just felt so calm. I went out there with my arms out like this. I done the deadlift. And bear in mind, again, more than any deadlift I'd done previously. And it was easy. I don't even know how. It's just God ordained it that day. Done that. And then I had like a dream, of like, okay, if I win worlds and I break the world record, I'm gonna do a backflip. I'm gonna do a backflip. So I done it, got the white lights, turn around, belt off, boom.
Is that allowed, by the way?
Yeah, it's allowed. So my coach was actually tweaking a little bit because you have like a maximum amount of time you're allowed to be on the platform after you do a lift. Like you can't just be on there for like 5 minutes, just like high-fiving that. So you have a set amount of time. And I don't know how close I was to it, but after the backflip and then I'd start screaming at the crowd, the South London came out. He was probably standing there like, yo, okay, come on. Because obviously this is the biggest moment of my life. And he's like, okay, just don't mess it up by just doing too much, innit? I can't help who I am. Like, occasionally we do too much. I'm a kid from South and I'm world champion, bro. I'm going to do a lot.
It's your moment.
Do you know what I'm saying? But he understood that and that was cool. But obviously, that was last year. And that was honestly probably like the best moment of my life, in honesty. But then for this year now, so last year, all the time I was powerlifting, I was a 93 kg lifter.
Yeah, you look toned. How much you added on so far?
What, in body weight? Since then?
Yeah.
Like 14 kilos, that's the thing. So you look at me now, I'm not quite as lean as I used to be, and that's because basically I've moved up to the next weight class. Okay. So I'm in a 105 kilo weight class right now, and it's rough. Like, there's one guy from Denmark, this guy called Reagan. He's the biggest, most jacked, lean guy you ever see. To the fact where he gets drug tested so much, and every time I'm like, can I see? Let me see that. Like, do you actually for yourself? I get drug tested. Yeah, I get drug tested, but he gets super drug tested.
Damn.
Like, and I feel like it's for good reason. This
Is
guy,
he white?
He's white. Yeah.
Dang.
But he's ridiculous, bro. He's ridiculous. So I'm going up against him. So I've had to get my body to the point where I can even war him on that level. Because again, I'm going into this way lighter than him. So I've had to gain all this body weight. It hasn't been amazing in the sense of like, you know, for social media and stuff, right? You want to stay lean. You want to have, yes, what I'm saying. So I haven't enjoyed that aspect of it, but the strength gains I've got from it have been ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. My squat and bench in particular have just been like ridiculous. So going into this one, and it's a goal of mine too. I don't think anyone has won one category the next 1 year. Gone up to the next category and won it the year after that. I don't think anybody's done that. So that's my goal for this year. So we're going out there on Sunday and try and make it happen. I started, like, my first total was, I think, 700 or 705 kg.
705 to 900.
Yeah, so, and that's in the space of a couple of years. And I was still in the 700s. Like, not last year at Nationals, I did 797. Well, it was 792.5. One of them. I think 792.5. So then from March last year, 792.5, I did at Nationals. I do 901 in the gym. Like, my body's still like, I am more mash up after sessions now than I used to be. Because even though I've gained strength massively, my body, when I go for like a 320 kg squat or like a 370 kg deadlift, still like, yo, this is mad, bro. Like, my body still isn't really with it yet. I think it's gonna take a bit more time. But yeah, it's mad what can happen, to be fair, when you just lock in for a bit. Because again, prior to that, I was lifting, but this is like, so you know that challenge I just did with Jabril, yeah? We're going to get onto that, but you know what? We're on it right now.
Let's go on it.
So cool. Jabril is clearly an extremely gifted guy, right?
Brilliant kid.
He's still 17, yeah?
Yeah, brilliant.
Physique, strength, see, all of that. But when he'd said, so just, we'll give context to the viewers that maybe ain't
give it, Ross.
So he was sitting right here, and he came on this podcast just shooting everyone, shooting me, Teddy Banks, everyone was getting it. He was like, "Yo, this is," like, you know when someone's young, and it's just that brash, like self-confidence that just comes from just being young and being so good at everything so fast.
Is that youthfulness?
I definitely had that.
Yeah, of course.
Probably still have some of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that old myself, still like 22. But you could just tell like this guy like, yo, like he's just shooting everywhere. So when it came to me now, he was like, oh, like Nathaniel when he was 17, I'm a better bencher, I'm stronger than him, and I could deadlift 300. I mean, I've done 260, but like I could do it, innit? I see this video, I'm like, bruv, like, this guy know what he's talking about. 260 to 300, that took me a year, and I've got good genetics. That took me a year. So when a man is talking about doing that, and I gave him a month, he said, wait, I'm pretty sure he even said like he could do that like probably soon or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this guy know what he's talking about. So okay, cool, we gave him the challenge. I was like, okay, you get £500 if you do it within a month. Guy got to 270, failed it, and then that was it. And he done one long video like apologizing, like, yo, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. And I saw that video. I was in the car with my girl. Yeah, I was just laughing. And my girl is like empathetic. She's like, oh, like he's like obviously And I'm like, bro, I'm just laughing my head off. Yeah. But obviously, I've now obviously it was a challenge. Like it wasn't anything deep. There was never any beef or anything like that. But I've now offered to coach him. Yeah. Now, the reason being is that when you're a young guy, right, you can be as strong as hell. You can have the best genetics, but if you don't know what you're doing in the gym, you're not gonna make like progress as well as you can.
No chance.
So I've offered to coach him now, and I'm very confident I could get him to 300. Like I said, like at least twice as fast as he would do it by himself. But the point I'm making is that you actually don't know what your body is capable of until you actually lock in with a coach with a set plan, and you're doing certain things week to week and seeing that progression in a structured way. It's such a difference because I assume he's just going into the gym like, okay, 260 this week, maybe 265 next week, 270 next. Oh damn, I failed 270, and then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like not really much else. Whereas if he was going over the plan, if I was to coach him, I'll give him a structured plan. He would know what he's doing each day and going into it, and that's a massive difference. That's what I found during this time.
How long do you think it would take for you to get him from 270 to 300?
It's difficult to say because the way that someone responds to like a training program is very different.
But look at him though. He looks like he'd respond to it in kind.
He does. I say it could probably be a couple of months because to be fair, I have not even seen a video of him deadlifting. So that will be very interesting because if I see it and it looks horrible, then I'd probably say quicker because with some technique changes that could probably instantly add 10, 20 kilos to it. But if his technique is pretty good and it's just a strength case, then that's gaining 30 kilos of strength on your deadlift, which is, 40, sorry. Yeah. And that's still no like small feat. That's bro, again, most men who go to the gym will never deadlift 300.
Not even look at it.
They will not even even like, I remember, because I started going to the gym when I was 12. Yeah. It was 12. 12. It was Streatham Leisure Centre. They were offering junior gym membership. So from age 11, this was, I can't lie, I feel like life has changed so much in the last 10 years because now, like, I feel like health and safety, all that stuff. Not to say that wasn't a thing then, but now I don't think 11-year-olds are going to be able to go to the gym.
But you should
no way.
What you said.
So even 10 years ago, I feel like that was slightly different. So I started going gym then, and I had like good genetics. I was always very gifted at deadlift. I remember having like 3 plates on or something like that. When I was 14, I think I deadlifted like 140 for like 2 reps.
How old?
14. Yeah. But like the kids nowadays are blowing me out of the water actually because they're starting from younger and actually going into it with a bit more of a plan. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was clearly strong, right? But you can go into a commercial gym and have maybe 4 plates on a deadlift, and man are looking at you like, yo, like this guy's strong. And 4 plates, that's 180. Yeah. So we're talking about another 120 kilos, that's 300 kilos. So that's no small feat, but I feel like we used to lock in and we used to get on a plan. We could definitely do that, definitely.
Yeah. Jibba, we heard it here, man. Fuck, man. You tried your hardest.
He lost the 5 bills, but listen, man, I'll coach you for free, innit? I'll make it up to him.
Man, this big drip over it, man. Let me train you, man. This is, you know, when he said he was the strongest 17-year-old, do you think he's stronger than you when you were 17-year-old?
Well, this is the point I was trying to make to him. It depends what we're talking about strongest, because like I'm a powerlifter, innit? So if we're coming out from a powerlifting perspective, we're going squat, bench, deadlift. Yeah? Bench, he clearly blows me out of the water. I only started getting good at bench more recently. Now I bench like 207.5 kilograms, like easy, yeah? But that's only recently. Before that...
Now you bench 207.
At the same age as him, my bench was nowhere near as good. I think I did like 140. He benches like 200 or something like that. So bench, you can give him the win, W, cool. But remember the story I told you about world championships and these guys all outbench me. I still win because I deadlift so much more than them. Damn. So when it comes down to deadlift, well, clearly I did more than he did. And then squats, I've never seen him squat. So I can't even say that. I can't say that either. So I honestly don't know. Unless he posts himself doing a squat, bench and deadlift and we can compare it, then yeah, but you can't really be making them claims not doing like 2 out of the 3 big lifts. You know, that's me. I can say upper body wise, like he's posted like shoulder presses and stuff like that. He looks ridiculous. Yeah. He does look ridiculous. I'll say his upper body generally is because even size wise, you look at him, he's bigger just size-wise than I was at 17. Yeah. But when it comes down to... But there's a bunch of guys like that in powerlifting that just look ridiculous. A lot of times the black guys, they got them Nigerian genetics or whatever, and they just look ridiculous. And a lot of times, you know, they might have a couple good lifts, but a lot of times they can't squat or their deadlift just looks weird.
Why is that?
Well, I would say, first of all, if you go into a normal commercial gym, how many people do you see actually doing decent squats? Like pretty much no one. Like I remember one of my boy CJ, he's another IPF powerlifter right now. I remember him benching 140 like it was nothing, or benching it well. And then I remember seeing him fail it on squat. Yeah. Now your squat's meant to be way higher than your bench, but just a lot of guys just don't squat. So I feel like, and especially a lot of black guys, maybe we want to have the showy muscles in it. Maybe we're planning to wear long trousers and that, sweatpants, but we're gonna have the chest, we're gonna have the back, So their bench might be calm because they've been doing all that stuff for time, but hella man skip legs now. Yeah. Even bare of my fitness influencer friends don't really train legs like that.
Name and shame them.
No, Sam Goat Lifters. Sam Goat Lifters. Yeah, but he'll be up front of it. He'll be like, yo, I've done 1 leg day this year. He'll be like, yo, I've done 1 leg day this year, bro. Or something like that. But he's not. He's on calisthenics now, so now they've got an excuse to skip in it. But Sam's my boy in it. He won't mind me saying that in it. But there's a few other men that they don't really train legs like that because generally speaking, like, especially we're in the UK, like we're wearing sweatpants, we're wearing joggers. So people don't really care like that. But when it comes to like upper body stuff, that's where everyone will be doing it. Yeah, everyone. And the first question anyone asks is like, oh, would you bench? And that's mad also coming into powerlifting because a lot of guys might think, oh yeah, I'll do well at powerlifting, I'm good at bench. Bench is the least important lift in powerlifting. Yeah. Like it's the smallest of the 3 lifts. Like your deadlift's gonna be the biggest generally, then your squat, then your bench press like way down. So like it's in my stats. So I squatted 320, I benched 207.5, deadlifted 373. So you can see like respectively how much smaller the bench is. So I beat guys left, right and center who like that year I came 3rd at Worlds. I came 14th on bench. 14th. But then I came joint 1st on deadlifts. Yeah. The guy technically beat me out because his body weight was lighter. That's how they do tiebreakers. But
his body weight was lighter.
So like if you were to lift the same as somebody in competition and they're giving out medals for the lifts, he would win because he's lighter. So
what if you both weigh the same?
Actually, I don't know what they would do. But it's down to like the 1st or 2nd decimal point, so it's like unlikely. But it's possible, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what they would do. Maybe they give out 2 gold medals. I have no idea generally. But yeah, bench for powerlifting is generally the least important lift. So all these guys, if you want to be strong, you've got to make sure you're training your legs and got to make sure you're deadlifting as well. Because that's mainly what powerlifting is about. All the top powerlifters, like they're usually really good at squats or really good at deadlifts. So yeah.
Fair dues. I mean, fucking hell, man. We went through like the name of the powerlifting. I got asked as well, because you know you had your Mr. Eddie Hall.
Oh,
you had a lot to talk about. Your technique. I mean, you know, for someone that you definitely honed your own technique yourself over the years, and I'm sure you take so much pride in it, so much to the point that you compete. Yeah. So when someone like Eddie Hall, he's on the 500 kg.
He gets that respect off of him talking. Like you got to listen to him.
He's more than verified, right? Yeah. When someone like him, and I saw obviously the podcast where he says he's not really shitting on your technique, but he's not giving.
Well, in the video, I did my deadlift for him, and he went, "Yeah, that is shit."
Yeah, in the video, he said, "Yeah, that's shit." But I feel like that's just him, just sort of like being him, more on the personality side. That being said, though, when someone like you, I mean, you, like I said, honed your technique to such a point where like you compete with it. How can someone tell you that your technique is shit and you still have the humility within yourself to like, okay, cool, I'm gonna work on this?
Well, okay, so I'm just gonna get into that because he's spoken about it on a podcast. I actually haven't had opportunities to speak about it. So
don't say fuck Eddie Hall though.
No. I'm not gonna come on here because that guy. You seen that guy when the man pulled up to his house? He was like, he said some mad stuff. Like I am not getting on that guy's bad side. Like because
do you think you win in a fight with him,
brother? Did you see him fighting them two small people?
I told you about that.
You
see the guy that got a bang, yeah.
Bro,
one of the twins that got a bang. I
thought that guy died, bro.
I thought he was
gone, bro. I thought he was gone.
When he came back at the end, he didn't come back to fight at the end, but like they held them both. I was like, how is he alive?
And he just fought this guy called Mariusz Pudzianowski. Do you know?
Who's that?
So he was a strong man, and he won World's Strongest Man multiple times. And then he went into MMA and was doing MMA for years. Eddie, who hasn't been doing MMA for that long, he's been in boxing longer, but MMA for not that long. Bro, he just went and beat him, bro.
Like smoked
And
him.
this guy is World's Strongest Man and an MMA fighter for multiple years. Let's say at least minimum 5, maybe more.
Damn.
And he smoked him in like the first round, ground and pound, just straight mashing.
Imagine that. Imagine Eddie Hall just got your whole.
Imagine being on the ground and seeing Eddie Hall smashing your face in.
Like
I'm done. Nah. So I know to speak correctly, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these men on the internet. I'm just gonna start talking crazy.
You're not gonna draw no one out,
hoping I don't see, man, because he will pull up. Like, I remember he had a problem with Larry Wheels.
Eddie Hall and Larry Wheels had a problem.
Yes, because during so you know when Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson were having their boxing match?
Yeah.
So Hafthor posted a picture of him. It was like an AI generated picture of him holding Eddie Hall's head,
just like
decapitated. Yeah. I think Larry Wheels reposted it or something like that. Eddie didn't like it. He was like, and when he pulled up, so they were at an expo. Eddie must have seen him. He pulled up to him, like talking to him to his face, and was like, "Yo, like this is not on. Like, what if my kids see this?" And pulled up to him. So, bro, if I go Arnold next year and I see Eddie Hall, I don't want to be ducking and diving. And do you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it respectful. But respectfully speaking, he's wrong.
Yeah,
that's the first respectfully. And one thing I feel like I need to get into people's consciousness is that somebody can be really good at something, and also not be crazy knowledgeable about it. And that's not me saying that Eddie Hall is not knowledgeable, but also some people can be good at something in spite of certain things. So the easiest example of this is like Usain Bolt. When Michael Johnson and all the men would talk about Usain Bolt's form, they would all categorically agree that his form was not the best. Like he would sway side to side. Man didn't even do his trainers up. Like there was bare stuff that Usain Bolt was technically doing wrong, and still in spite of that, he's running 9.58. But there's no way that you would get a kid and train him and train his exact form like Usain Bolt, swaying side to side and that, because that's not how you technically should do it. So with that situation with Eddie Hall, so I'm doing my deadlift for him. So I do my deadlift cool. I look at him, he's like, that's shit. So cool, he gets into it now. So the first reason, I'll give him some grace on. So first reason he said is that I'm too far away from the bar, which is understandable. Like that's something that I've actually done in the past, like been too far away. And so that one, cool. Second one now was, you need to go wider, and going wider decreases the range of motion. That was one thing he said. That is categorically false.
Okay.
If you're deadlifting, the shortest distance is going to be your arms as close together as possible. Yeah. The wider you take your arms, the range of motion increases. And you see how Hafthor Bjornsson just did the 505. His coach just did a post about they moved his form in, and that made a big difference because before he was too wide. When you go wider, because you got to think about if I'm here to this table, if I move my arm out like this and I'm still to this point, it's further. Yeah. Like it's not A to B, it's A to B to C. So that is longer than this. Like that's just not common sense, but that's a fact. Yeah. So cool. But so that's the first thing. Like, and I didn't say that to him in the video, and I spoke to my coach about it. But like that's just false, isn't it? But also with that, people that maybe have like a smaller understanding of stuff really harp on range of motion. Yeah, I think like cut down on range of motion makes for stuff easier. If that was the case, guys would squat like this.
Like their legs out like that.
This, yeah. You hardly see anybody squatting like that. Why? Just because it's short range of motion doesn't mean that the leverage in that position is going to be the best. If you can't actually use your muscles as effectively in a position, then just because it's shorter doesn't mean that that's better. Like with this one, okay, cool, it's shorter, probably gonna rip out your adductors, your groin, like you're gonna be done. If I tried squatting like that, I'd be finished. Yeah.
Especially with like 300
that's what I'm saying.
kg,
Yeah, I'd be done. So range of motion is not the be all and end all. It's also about the person. So that was what like trying to get across. Like a lot of times with those strong men, they don't realize that the average person is not like them. Yeah. So Eddie Hall in his prime was like 200 kilos. Massive. Go think about how big. I'm 100 kilos, right? 106, 107. I'm a big guy. Yeah. If you go think about two of me, it was what would be sitting here. That's a big guy, bro.
That's a massive guy.
So he's setting off for deadlifts. He's talking about how, you want to do wider, get the lats out the way. Brother, your lats are this big. Too big. I'm not that big. Nah. So me getting my lats out the way is here, not here. And so those are some of the things where like a coach would tell you. Yeah. And so Eddie Hall, for as good as he is as an athlete in XYZ, hasn't really done anything as a coach. He hasn't coached, another world's strongest man to a world's strongest man title or something like that. And even if he did, that guy could just be a genetic freak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The mark of a good coach is that they can take anyone and improve them and base it based on that person's lift. Because it's not to say everyone in powerlifting deadlifts like this, someone deadlift here. It all depends on that person's body, innit? So there's some, minute kind of differences there. But overall, like that, you would think based on the comments that me and him had a problem then, have a problem now, but we never had an issue. This is why I think that some of these people online, I don't know how much they touch grass.
It's a narrative, innit?
Because I explain the kind of person that Eddie Hall is. Like, no shade to him or anything, but he's a very direct person. He has a problem with you. He'll pull up on you and tell you. If we had an issue, he would have said it to me then after on that podcast with Cal Freezy and them, and he would have said something. We never had an issue. This is a respectful disagreement, but the problem was that obviously, I've done this on YouTube now, and it's reached Eddie Hall's fans, and his fans might not know about me. So if you come into this video knowing nothing about me, just seeing some kid who doesn't look as big as Eddie, or you know nothing about me, you might think, why is this guy even chatting back to Eddie Hall? Who does he think he is? They have no idea that I've broken a world record myself, I'm a junior world champion, all this stuff. They don't know none of that. So there's like, who the hell is this guy chatting back to Eddie Hall? So I understand that. But if we were actually to break down the interaction, if there was one person who actually said anything disrespectful, it's him. Because you were going into a situation with somebody and you're like, you want to improve their form. Are you going to start that by going, yeah, shit? Nah. Like, is someone even likely to take in what you're saying if you start it like that?
You're
and
right.
That's what, I don't have an issue with him. This is how he is. This is how he talks. But if we're actually being real with it, I got so much hate about that. So much to the point where
people are saying, I remember, people in the comments saying stuff to you like, oh yeah, how can someone...
Yeah, like, it was mad, like, so disrespectful. Like, man online nitpick. Like, imagine I'm talking to you, but instead of talking to you, I'm just looking at the camera. I'm a YouTuber, bro. You look at the camera. Like, oh, he's not even looking at him in the eyes. This is a basic man respect thing. I'm like, bro, have a day off, bro.
Hey,
have a day off. But
and these guys don't even look like.
I was even getting racist comments. Like one guy called me a monkey or something. One brother called me like a road man or something. Like, and this is off a deadlift video, bro. A deadlift video. So it's like, it's mad. So I just thought that was insane based on. So it was so mad that my girlfriend didn't even want to watch it because she had not seen the video. She'd just seen the comments. She was like, oh, I hope Nathaniel's not tweaking in this video. She didn't want to see it just in case I was tweaking. Then she watched it. She's like, bro, I don't know what and my girlfriend would tell me if I was bugging. Yeah. Believe me, she would tell me if I'm bugging.
That's if it is calm. More than calm.
But it's like, you need some level of context going into that video. If you don't have that context, then I understand why some people took it the wrong way.
Why though? Even without context, I don't think there's anything that's outstandingly like, oh yeah, you can't be telling Eddie Hall how to do a deadlift. Oh, why are you trying to... Like, bro, shut up, bro.
Some people have quite simple brains.
In that part.
They think, this guy did this, therefore he's right.
Yeah.
They don't have that understanding of like, okay, Usain Bolt can be the fastest guy in the world, but his running form isn't quite perfect. With basketball, basketball. When you're shooting, they advise you not to flick it with your thumb, thumb flick. Some of the best shooters, like Kyrie Irving, he does a thumb flick. Yeah. Still, if you're a basketball coach and you're teaching someone how to shoot, you wouldn't advise that they flick it with their thumb because it can off it left to right, X, Y, Z. There's a bunch of guys like, people can do well because things are, catered to them, and that doesn't mean it's going to apply to every single person. Yeah. That is a basic level of nuance that I don't think a lot of them man have.
Damn.
So that I think was another one of the problems. Like if a shooting coach was to go to Kyrie and be like, your shooting form is great, but you're doing a thumb flick. If Kyrie was like, yeah, but it's this how I do it, that's valid, isn't it? But then at the same time, if that shooting coach was getting all these men like, who the hell are you talking to, Kyrie? That would be mad because what he's saying is factual. But it's one of them ones, man.
No, I heard that, man, and I feel like it's just like you said, you could be the greatest person at what you do, but you might not necessarily be the best person to teach what you do. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
And what people don't understand is generally the best athletes are not the best at teaching.
No way.
Because with a really good athlete, generally things come very easy to you.
Yep.
So you might not understand that somebody else, it doesn't come as easy to someone else.
No.
So you make, like me, deadlift form has always been so natural to me. So it's only when you then start working as a coach, you actually have to think about, okay, taking someone who's never lifted before, how do I get them to actually lift properly? And that's actually an adjustment. And you might not necessarily have that knowledge just based on doing it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why there's lifters and there's coaches. Even like motivating people, like a lot of the top athletes, don't make the best like team coaches. Like more time, the best coaches, if they played, they were like a mid-level player,
squad players,
like a mid-level player. Generally, and even in other things like Michael Jordan, right, like best basketball player ever, whatever. Like,
really?
Do you want to do the whole Michael Jordan LeBron thing, bro? Because I got time today, bro.
We easy.
I got time, G.
King James.
Nah.
King LeBron.
I don't want to get into it, man. Because we're going to be
the boy from Akron.
We'll spend this entire podcast doing this.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Nah, man. I'm a Jordan guy. I'm a Jordan guy personally, innit? All these new gens shouting LeBron.
Why doesn't make sense here? Coming back to his same point about teaching people, yeah. Like someone like Kobe, like there's people that actually base their game off MJ because it may not be like you can emulate it. You can emulate some parts to it, right? There's nothing about LeBron James you can emulate.
All right, so
there is nothing you can.
Is Shaq better than Michael Jordan? Because you can't. Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
You just improve your own point.
No, but Shaq.
If someone's a genetic freak, then you're not going to be able to replicate their game. Big centers coming up, they can't just be stronger than every other guy on the court and just body away in like Shaq. That doesn't mean that Shaq's better than Jordan just because his game is more emulatable. And even the people who try to emulate Michael Jordan's game, most notably Kobe, he wasn't quite there because he didn't have
close enough.
No, but yes,
no one is trying to be like LeBron James. Like no one sits down and says.
I can actually come back to this. You could say that Giannis, in certain senses, is kind of similar to LeBron in the. No, wait. Let me land. No. Can I land? Let's say Cleveland LeBron, Miami LeBron.
Yeah.
He's driving the paint.
Yeah.
Giannis, drive the paint guy, both ends of the floor. There's similarities there. I'm not saying Giannis is a LeBron copy or anything like that. There's similarities there. When we talk about taller players who are floor generals, LeBron wasn't even the first. That would be Magic Johnson. 6'9", can see everyone.
Yeah.
So LeBron's not the first, that kind of point forward thing. LeBron's not the first of that. LeBron's just the first one to have all of those tools, the athleticism, the strength, all of that, all the skills packaged into one player. But the individual aspects about LeBron, like being like a, like a point forward type of thing, there's a few man you can put into that category.
Like
so
you?
I don't think
like you.
Like a point forward. Well, Jokic isn't a point forward, but he's like a forward height and can play point guard.
You are not doing this.
Brother, Jokic is tall. Sorry, not Jokic. Sorry. Yes, Jokic.
Yeah.
Center, and he's pass first.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's LeBron.
LeBron is pass first, by the way.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's one. You could say just generally taller players handling the ball more.
Yeah.
You could say a Luka, Sabonis. You could say a few guys.
But hang on. Let's go back to the LeBron argument one more time. Give me one flaw in his game.
Well, it depends on what LeBron you're talking about. If you're talking if you're talking
what LeBron are we talking
if you're
about?
talking like Miami LeBron, like first title run and against Dallas, guy scored like 8 points against Jason Terry and them, man.
Yeah, no, okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but like you can't discriminate the run that Dallas went on themselves. I mean, they had arguably the best run.
Yeah.
As far as the finals teams is concerned, finals winners is concerned. So if they can carry that momentum, and I always feel like. And even you saw it last year, Indiana Pacers had no business being in the finals, like zero, in my opinion. Yeah. But then somehow, like, they get to the playoffs and you called it flow state earlier on. I feel like as a team, they just carried on believing that every game.
Yeah, I get that. The Mavericks beat like Kobe and them, man, to get there and all of that.
They beat the OKC team.
Yeah.
They beat very good
but that's
teams.
still no excuse for LeBron scoring 8 points in the finals.
One game.
Yeah, but he had a stinker that season. Like that series was a bit of a stinker.
Yeah, 100%. But they all did.
So I'm not saying there's flaws in his game, but he's had moments where he's not been. And Jordan's never had any moments like that, by the way. Just saying, he's never had any.
The man
moments
that
like
retired. Came back.
Bro, they said that he was gambling and all that. Bro, that's Jordan man, LeBron man always bring off the court stuff into it, bro. We're talking about the basketball.
Oh, really? Because you talk about, he's 6-0 in the finals, but then why do you make it sound like his career was only 6 seasons? Like he played a lot of other seasons and he did nothing. Scottie Pippen comes to the team.
He didn't do nothing.
Well, he didn't make it to the finals.
But that doesn't mean you do nothing,
What
bro.
did he do then?
No. Like early on, and he's going against like the Celtics and them, man. Like Larry Bird, like Kevin McHale and them, man, and man scoring 60 points or something like that in the playoffs. And Larry Bird is calling him Jesus. Bro, Larry Bird is calling him Jesus. Who's called LeBron Jesus, bro?
Bro, LeBron.
Who's ever called LeBron Jesus?
LeBron went up toe-to-toe with KD, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
The guy said Draymond Green.
These are 4 Hall of Famers.
Fine.
Their names will be in the rafters. Draymond Green.
The easiest counter to that is, people always talk about the teams that LeBron went against, like how there were other crazy dominant teams in his there were other crazy dominant teams in his era. The difference is Jordan's teams were the dominant teams. Like, so LeBron has gone into things as the underdog, but going on an underdog is cool style points, but you would think a player or their team is better when they're going into the favourites because of him. The Bulls were the favourites because of Jordan. I know man are going to say, but when Jordan went out, they still got to the playoffs, they got to the finals. They didn't win nothing. Man will say, he didn't win nothing before Scottie Pippen. Brother, basketball is a five-a-side game. You can't play with no teammates. Your teammates are washed and are doing coke in the bathroom before games, like them early Bulls. You're not winning.
You think Michael Jordan's game could translate into today's game, though?
Of course.
So you think Michael Jordan can go up against that game, what was it, 7-3 and 9? Warriors. You think he could go up against those guys?
Yeah, but obviously things are completely different. Like, different eras.
I just want you to help me with that point.
Them man's for shot like barely any threes, whereas now it's like the Warriors, they revolutionized it. You can't like compare. It's like saying like
MJ's not giving you them threes.
No, he's not. But then it's not like every single good player now. Their game has to be based on 3-pointer, and the contrary, like in terms of teams shooting too many threes, is a big thing now.
Low key though, you have to be like a 3-point shooter.
Yes, now, but things are different. Like teams are built different. The Warriors team would probably be too small. Like let's say like when they went 5 out with like Andre Iguodala and like them man, they'd probably be too small for Jordan. Who's guarding? Okay, I guess Draymond could guard. Like,
wait. What are you trying to say? You don't think the 73 and 9?
No, I'm saying like for example, small ball. Yeah. They play small ball now, but that might not match up well against some of the previous teams that were big as hell.
Who's gonna guard KD?
Guard KD. Pippen can guard KD. Don't look at me like that. Like Scottie Pippen was a good defender, bro. Why are you looking at me like that? No one says he's gonna lock him up. Who's ever locked up KD, bro?
So why the hell would you say Scottie Pippen?
Because he was the best defender.
And you think he could lock up?
Nobody said that, bro. Nobody said. Bro, like, I can't lie. We're gonna be here all day, bro.
Yeah, because I feel like this guy's on song.
Bro, when has KD ever been locked up?
Exactly.
Yes, but you said who's gonna guard him? So what, nobody has ever guarded KD apparently.
No, anyone that's guarded him never tried. Well, they never succeeded.
Yes, but we're not talking about succeeding. We're just talking about like containing to a manageable level.
You cannot contain KD.
Yes, I said to a manageable level. Like he's not scoring 40 every game. That's what I'm saying. Pippen could do that.
KD's getting that 40.
On Pippen, no.
He's
okay, go play Fantasy 2K and see it, bro. Just let it run.
Didn't KD drop 50 on Giannis in that when he was at the Nets?
Oh yeah, and they lost.
That's your team, innit?
His toe was on the line, like too bad, didn't it? Get smaller shoes.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
No, I like your bias a lot, man. I like your bias. Shout out Michael Jordan as well. Man. One day he might join. I'm joking, man.
Point being, going back to the topic, Michael Jordan, as good as he was, probably want to make the best coach.
No chance.
When you're the best at stuff, you sometimes don't realise.
Didn't he try to own like the Washington Wizards? And I'm sure he's probably tried to.
He owned the Hornets and it didn't go well.
Hornets, the Charlotte Hornets, that was it. Yeah. I know that didn't go well.
Yeah, no, that didn't go well.
Nah, man, Michael Jordan as an owner is a bum, bro. Like, LeBron
doesn't own a team, so let's see what he does.
Don't worry, my guy from Akron, we're good. By the way, I was going to ask you randomly, do you think LeBron James is on steroids?
Okay. So you know the 2015 year? So when the first year back in Cleveland, mm-hmm. If you actually look into that, there's some conspiracy theories about that. Like he was playing kind of dead, then he went somewhere, came back and he's balling. There's some... Thing is, we can just say in competitive sport as a whole, there's definitely a lot of steroids. I don't know, like, I can't say LeBron, I can't single out LeBron and be like, he's doing more steroids than the next man, or he's definitely on steroids and the next man isn't. Like, it isn't what like that. Competitive sport as a whole, there's going to be a lot of steroids in there because there's a financial incentive.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's actually why, like, talking about powerlifting, where there's not a huge financial incentive, I can actually fairly confidently say majority of men are actually natural. And that's something in powerlifting. And that's something that the majority of men are not going to hear me on. But bro, the GB team, they're all my brethren, isn't it? No. So you got like me, Josh, Nonso, Joey, all these men.
Big up Nonso, by the way.
Big up Nonso, big up Joey, big up all them, man. Yeah, ridiculous, yeah.
Yo.
These men are all my boys. We're all natural, bro.
Yeah.
We're all natural. We're just kids, like, you know what I'm saying? We've been strong our whole lives, X, Y, Z. But see us on socials and you don't know us, like, these men are da-da-da-da. But with the lack of financial incentive and like countries being in it from like the jump, like say you're in school and they're selecting out for the powerlifting team, then, or like for example, powerlifting's not in the Olympics, and some people actually like that.
Why?
I think it's because some of the most problems that they have with like drugs and stuff is like Olympic weightlifting.
Okay.
So if you bring powerlifting in, it'd be a similar thing. And there's a bunch of political stuff. Yeah, like all of that stuff there, the Olympic lifting, I think they were actually contemplating taking Olympic lifting out of the Olympics. Because like with that, for example, like you're not like I got into powerlifting when I got to uni. If this was an Olympic lifting, I wouldn't have a chance. These Chinese brothers have been doing this since they were like 4 years old, bro. I'm not getting close to them man there. Yeah, bro, it's like they'll have when someone's an Olympic sport, they'll have like programs and stuff like getting these kids into it from young, and you're not bridging that 15-year gap where these men have been doing it, and then you can just rock up and do it. Like, it wouldn't be a thing. So with that, with the lack of financial incentive, I believe there's more natural people. But as soon as money gets brought involved, people are going to start cheating, and that's a rule of life. It doesn't even just apply to sports. Look at all of the fraud, insider trading and stuff, and XYZ. Like, if there's money to be made and people are trying to feed their families, bro, they're going to do what they got to do, what they feel like they got to do in it. So. That's that.
But back to LeBron James. Natty or not natty?
I'll just say natty, innit?
Yeah.
I'll say that because you know what? Like, I can't single him out.
He's actually 41 this year, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Or 40.
But what people don't realize as well is that them players in the past, like, you watch Last Dance.
Yeah.
After all of the games, these men have got a beer and they're smoking a cigar.
Like,
after all the games, bro.
Yeah.
You can't only do that for... No wonder these men were retiring at 35, bro.
They had to, innit?
No wonder. Like, LeBron might have his little glass of wine, and I know LeBron likes wine and that.
He's drinking wine. You see his podcast.
Yeah, but wine's all right, bro. No, it's like a 6-pack. These men will finish a game and have a 6-pack, bro. You can only finish a game with a 6-pack for so long before you're done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things have come a long way as far as that. So as far as him playing longer, he is just a freak, innit? So it's not to say, like, there's no steroid on the planet that will make you have a 40-inch vertical and be dunking all over, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's
but
like,
even at 40 years old, though, like, when does your kneecaps decide, okay, cool, we can't do this no more?
I don't know. What's probably more likely is some recovery stuff that's maybe not allowed, like a BPC 157. That's like
you gotta help me out. What's that?
I'm not even fully versed in it, but it's like this. Say a guy tears his pec. A lot of guys would take BPC 157 to like recover it and stuff, but it is a banned substance by World Anti-Doping. Stuff like that. Or stem cells or something. Stuff like that, I think is more likely. But as far as like proper hardcore steroids, I doubt it.
Do you reckon, the league would probably turn a blind eye to someone like LeBron taking just because, like, do you know what I mean? The value to the league.
Yeah. Well, like, I got an example, like, see sprinting, So you see how, like, let's say the golden era, like 2012, Tyson Gay, Johan Blake, Justin Gatlin, Asafa Powell, all them, man. But you see every single one of them brothers, except for Usain Bolt, have all popped for steroids at one point or another. Do you know Usain Bolt is the only, and even Johan Blake popped for steroids.
What?
Him and Usain Bolt were training partners at one time.
I thought Jamaicans never do that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro. These men are all doing it, bro. So you think Johan Blake and Usain Bolt are training partners, and Usain Bolt just has no idea that the next man is juicing.
Yeah.
When you actually think about it like that, if Usain, like, because when I was younger, and I remember, like, it was one World Championships, maybe it was like 2013 or something like that. I don't remember. It was Usain Bolt versus Justin Gatlin. And Justin Gatlin was like the devil, and Usain Bolt was Jesus, bro. That's the way that they were portraying this, like good versus evil. I'm fairly certain that the words good versus evil were loosely used or something like that, yeah? So to think of all of that and the person that they built up Usain Bolt to be, if he was to pop for steroids, bro, man would be out on the streets crying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it would be too much. You can't build your whole sport around one brother and having pop for steroids. So if that were to happen, I think they would definitely cover that up. Because that's too much of a blow. And when you look at the wider context, like, okay, every single one of the people that he went against, including his teammates, popped for steroids, but he hasn't. I don't want to say every single one, because maybe, like, I don't know if it's Asafa Powell did, but I know majority of them, man, like Johan Blake, Justin Gatlin, all the better, man. Even though, I'm pretty sure the 2012, one of his trebles, you know how he won 100, 200, 4x1?
Yeah.
One of them got taken away because someone on that team popped for steroids.
No.
Yeah. One of them got taken away.
What, on the 4x100?
Yeah, one of the 4x100s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because they'll do it like retroactively, because guys will pass the drug test and think they're cool.
Yeah.
But they don't realize it's like, they test for stuff, but sometimes they don't know what they're testing for. So let's say that they get some information that there's a drug, and it's a new drug, and then they start testing for it. They'll backdate and test for that, and then people can retroactively pop for steroids, thinking that they were cool. That's how they catch a lot of man. Yeah. So that stuff happens. So yeah, there's definitely, as I said, financial incentive, bro. Think about how much money he's made. Like, I've got nothing against Usain Bolt. I loved Usain Bolt when I was a kid. Still love him now.
Yeah.
But like,
are you Jamaican?
Yeah, I'm half Jamaican, half Bayesian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you see, but in my family, like it was house, it was like, you know, people are screaming at the TV. I saw them going into like my family friend's house for the 9.58 that World Championships, and like, yeah, it was like, bro, in the Caribbean, like sprinting is like, yeah.
Is that a thing for you guys?
Yeah. Like Olympics, like.
So sprinting is that thing for you guys, yeah?
Well, it's the sport that we're best at.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta pay attention. Man, I'm not watching some random Diamond League thing.
No.
Not really. But if the Olympics comes on, everyone's on it.
So then obviously like, you're Jamaican and you guys like running. What happened between you and Speed? Brother,
Why is man doing that, bro?
I'm sorry.
Why is man doing that?
I'm so sorry, bro.
You see Speed in a race with Noah. Okay, Speed almost beat Noah Lyles, and you think me, Big Brother, is going to beat him?
Yeah, but you put yourself out there. That means you must have had a chance. You must have thought you had a chance.
I thought.
You asked for a rematch.
No, yeah,
the beating wasn't enough.
Because I knew that I could do better, and I did do better. The second race was a bit closer, innit? Yeah, but like, Speed probably weighs like 60, 70 kilos, bro. I'm a big guy, like man can't really do that. But majority of other brothers, I could probably dust them. Not right now though. I'm like 105 kilos. Don't get me right now.
105 kg. Yeah, you can carry that.
Bro, I carry it, G.
I know you're carrying.
Do you know until last year I could still dunk? I'm under 5.
You can dunk?
Yeah, bro. I was gonna give you videos, bro. I put videos. I can dunk.
I saw videos of when you went. Where did you fly out to? You were playing basketball out there.
It was America. I think it was LA. They got a court on.
I seen a nice little layup. What the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
Bent a little guy that was trying to contest at the ball. He's like, oh, the guy just got on the floor. Everyone's like, ooh.
Yeah, no. Oh no, that was in Mexico. That was in Mexico. Yeah. But then I was like the way I am now. So then I couldn't. My dunking was gone. I tried dunking that day. I didn't even get out. The rims here. I'm like that was now. But see me. I think I might go back to the way I was before, bro. I'm gonna be dunking with everyone. It can be fucking nuts in faces, bro.
That's mental.
Yeah, bro.
How do you have to jump like that?
I've always been able to jump decently, but my jumping actually got better as I started lifting weights.
Yeah,
because it's power, it's explosiveness, and I'm not just doing it like a bodybuilder, you know, like sets 12, 15. I'm doing 1 rep maxes. I'm doing stuff that they would, to a lesser extent, get athletes to do to, you know, increase their vertical. And now I feel like the awareness of strength training for increasing vertical, increasing speed is very much a forefront now. So now I think it's like Isaiah Rivera or something like that. He's one of the top vertical guys in the world.
How are we talking?
50 or something?
50?
50-inch vertical.
No.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's one of the best dunkers in the world. They're like, yeah, they're not in the 50s. Yeah. They're touching 50 or at least, yeah. But yeah, they're doing strength training. I've seen them doing front squats, all of that. So when I started doing that, I feel like my jumping even went up, even though I got heavier. Yeah. But then now I've passed that point. Yeah. Even though I'm stronger now, I'm carrying too much weight. So if I get back to that, bro, I'm going to be dunking.
You'll be good, yeah?
Watch. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Fair dues. Obviously, just touching up on Worlds that's coming up here. You said in one of your videos that 900 kg is the bare minimum you want to be able to do going in. Yeah.
Well, I have to, innit?
Yeah.
Because the guy I'm going against in the gym, but I've done like 940, bro.
What?
Yeah, geez, it's long. But in competition at 105 kilos, best he's done is like 900, lower than that. Like his last competition, I think he did 910, and before that he did 900. So if I can get to like 920, then I have a chance. If I do 900 as well as much as that would be a great total, I'll come in second, third. Yeah. So I can't, like, even though that's a massive total, and like I think in the UK there's only been one brother that's done that in competition. Yeah. I need to pass that. I'm not even looking at that because I'm not going to this competition. Oh wait, I want to do 900 or anything like that. I want to win. Yeah. So whatever I need to do to win is what I'm going to try and do. Yeah. So yeah, that's
I mean that's scary.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's and like, but I would say within the last couple of months, I feel like with this rapid strength progression, I've started to not deep numbers too much. Okay. Because when I was in 93, I feel like I was the kind of similar-ish strength for a lot of this for a decent amount of time. So if it's like, okay, I'm going to squat 280 now. 280, that's a lot of weight. That's where I was my max like a month ago, whatever, at that time. So okay, it's 280, and I can psych myself out. Now where I've been gaining strength, so much strength, when I done the 320, bro, no, I took it lightly, but it's weight on my back. I need to go up and down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's like I'm not deep in numbers too much because I know that my body is capable of even more than what my brain is telling me because of how much strength I've gained. Try not to deep it too much. Like even going to Worlds, I say my goals, like numbers wise, like say like 330 kilo squat, like 210, 212 kilo bench, and deadlift. Like deadlift is gonna be whatever because I'm coming out lost, or I hope so. So one brother from the UK. When I did nationals, I won, but the guy went for some ridiculous world record deadlift to try beat me. Got it like to his knees. So that brother might come in and try to do a 400 kg or some dumb nonsense.
400.
Yeah. Like he said, we're actually all the GB guys. We're in the GC in it. So guys start talking about what they want to do and that. And we just start cornering, man. Because some guys just throw out numbers and we're like, bro, like let's keep it 100. Like we're not hating in it, but it's like, bro, like you're chatting shit. But he said something about that in the GC, and we're all us in the GC are like, did you see the guy like fail like 380 something like that? But yeah, so he might go and try to do that. But other than that, I feel like I'm going to be coming out last. And so the last deadlift is going to be on me to just do the number to win or nothing, innit? Last year, I was a bit like, do I go for the win or just go for the world record? Because I was still focused on the world record. And my boy went to me, he was like, bro, like, we're here to win, innit? You're here to win. Because my boys came out from London to Malta with me.
Damn, they flew out.
Yeah, so we were all in a villa together and that. And I said to my boy that, and he was like, bro, like, you're here to win. Yeah. So I felt like that flicked the switch to my brother. I was like, okay, cool. I'm here to win. This year, I'm not even worried about the world record because I've already done more than the world record at nationals in it. So I actually don't care about the world record. I'm here to win in it because that's the big. I've already broke a world record before. If I was to break it again, it'd be cool. But to go 93 kg world champion, 105 kg world champion back-to-back years, man will have to start talking differently, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're not getting? Do you feel like as far as powerlifting is concerned, you don't get the respect that you deserve?
No, I do now.
Yeah.
I do now. In the beginning, I didn't. Like I remember that first world championships where I came third. Obviously, going into it, they're going to be talking about the guys who are ranked at first, second, third on rankings, And a lot of them, man, performed horribly. So that's how I was able to beat a lot of them, man. Yeah. But I remember watching, like, the biggest powerlifting page is called King of the Lifts, Okay. They did a podcast and they were talking about it. And they were talking about some of these other men that came, like, fifth. More they were talking about me, and I was upset, bro. I was like, bro, why is man not even talking about me? Like there was one girl on the podcast. She's from the UK, girl Amelia. She was talking about me, but the other man weren't even giving me the respect like that. And I was like, bro, like I have to show these man. So then I had Euros. Like a month later, I won Euros, and obviously now I've won World. So now I'm like now people in powerlifting know me. I feel like I get my respect in it because like I feel like at this point you can't like not respect it in it.
You have to.
But like going forward now, there's still obviously like questions need to be asked in it because guys want to see what I can actually do at 105 because my last performance was cool, but like still not what I know I'm capable of.
What was the last performance?
I did like 876.5 at nationals, which is good. Like it was good. It won, but like that's still not like that wouldn't get me like top 5 in open worlds.
876?
Nah. You need to be touching towards 900s probably. Maybe like 890 or something. To be fair, I don't pay that much attention on that kind of range. I'm not shooting to be fifth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I'm to do like 920 something at Worlds, that's gonna be like, okay, this guy could go into opens and do well. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's, I feel like the next level of respect. Like guys respect me now as a junior lifter, you know, I've won and you know, all that stuff, but then the next level would be that in it. So
when it comes to the weights on the day, who decides that? Is it you decide like if you want to put 400 kg on a bar and say I'm deadlifting this? Is that your decision, or do you have to? Is it sort of like a progressive thing?
So it like depends on your situation. If you're going to competition by yourself, it's unit.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, you're going to the competition with either a coach or just a handler, someone who's handling you on the day. Because a powerlifting competition is actually way more complex than it looks like visually, innit? They give the coach, because I've actually handled coach people at competitions as well, innit? So give you a slip, go write people's numbers on there, and you have certain times where you can give a number, and then say on the last deadlift you have 3 like attempt changes, you can't change it more, then you have to do maths in your head. Okay, we need this number to beat this person. Okay, we need this to beat on body weight. There could be other stuff like, okay, you need this number to get selected for world. So the coaches are just in there doing hella maths, bro. Hella maths. And when it comes to that, generally speaking, you'll have some conversation with your handler. Like they'll probably have the number that they think you should do. You could obviously go to them and be like, yo, actually, I don't think so, X, Y, Z. No one can force you to do that because like, let's say you die on a squat, like that's attempted murder, bro. But like, generally speaking, you can have some like input there. Yeah. When it comes to worlds now, it's a bit more like the GB team, like they kind of mostly call the shots. Oh. Mostly. Like you kind of like, I think you technically sign something that say like, these men get to pick the numbers. Like these men kind of have more of the say in that situation. But when it comes to that though, you also though, as a lifter, you actually don't want to be thinking too much about numbers because you're trying to just focus on lifting it. That's why you have a handler so that they can deal with all the numbers and all the maths and all that crazy stuff that goes into it. You just focus on lifting.
Yeah.
So generally just comes down to having trust and like faith in your coaches. Like if you like, okay, this guy's not gonna try to get me out there doing some dumb shit, then it's like, all right, cool. If he thinks I can do this,
Then I can do it, yeah.
And generally speaking, like at Worlds especially, they go a bit conservative. At least the GB teams. Like some countries, I have no idea where they are going to be doing that, bro. Like,
I reckon the Russians, they're
some countries it's mad. Like you got like 2 lifts out of 9. Like what's going on? But GB team is good with that. They usually go even more conservative because they want to make sure we're placing well. Like last year, we won as a country.
Damn.
Because I won, my bro Manson won, Nonso won. We have 3 winners, a few more medals, like Josh came second, stuff like that. So then we won as a country, innit? That was the first time that the junior men had won.
Wow.
And you know that, I'm not even gonna mention names,
Say names.
No, I'm not. But it was an older person in British powerlifting who was a very well-respected guy.
Yeah.
He was not going to post people's lifts from that year because he thought that some of the guys might be on steroids. And this is a guy in British powerlifting and like is a well-respected guy and saying stuff like this. And it's like, bro, like this is the first time that we've won. And instead of just like being happy that people won, you're now casting doubt on people from your own country talking about steroids.
He's a hater.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into my man too heavy in it because I know who the guy is, but like that's mad to me in it because it's like, bro, you've got a team now full of guys who are like actually good at the sport. Like a lot of times in the past, like people do powerlifting for fun and that, but you can see from all the guys on the GB like junior team now, bro, all of us are good at the sport, innit? So we're going in there and we're winning first time stuff for like our country and that. And you have man from your country talking about, oh, like, well, you know, like some of these men could be on steroids and that. Bro, brush that. Leave that to the man online. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that, innit? But let me know. I didn't come on here to get too controversial, innit?
Get controversial.
Nah, bro. I don't like stuff like that because it's like, bro, like, first of all, it's guys from your own country, yeah?
That's crazy.
That's number 1. Number 2 is like, I don't know. It's just like, some people wouldn't say that about certain people. It only takes a certain level of, like, as soon as you become successful, that's when people start casting doubt on certain things. It's like, if you were just going in there, coming second, third, fourth, fifth, like we won in previous years, no one would have said nothing. As soon as you start doing well, then it's like people are like, oh, like, well, it must be this or that. But I can just appreciate people's talent and people doing well.
They don't give you your flowers.
You know what I'm saying? Because even like if you to use your brain for a lot of the guys on the team now, like say like Nonso, bro, like
he's a beast,
bro. There's no steroids in the world giving you like he did 405 kilos for 2 reps.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that today.
Yeah,
bro,
there's no steroids in the world that will do that for you, bro.
Nah.
You're not like even all these guys who go into some of these gyms and all these guys on steroids, bro. Maybe they got a good bench. Maybe they bench like 220 or something like that. Their deadlifts will still be dead. Like you're not like steroids alone is not getting you to that, bro. You need to be. And he's like 20 years. He's 20 years old, bro.
Just look at though.
Nah, he looks, but that's more so just because he's big.
He looks,
you know what I'm saying?
He looks like he has a
There's
family.
no stories in the world that's getting you to that. That's what people online don't understand. Like they think that this kind of gets people into steroids as well because they think that they'll see like a pro bodybuilder, they'll know he takes steroids, and they'll think that if they take steroids, they'll get to him. Then they'll take steroids, they'll get the acne, they'll get the red skin, they'll get the mood swings, all of that, and be like 2 kg bigger, muscle-wise, and have ruined their health. Their balls are shrunk, all of that. And like, bro, like, what
so these things are part of steroids. So the rumors are true. If you take steroids, your balls shrink and
those things can have like the side effects are more like person to person. I'm pretty sure ball shrinking is like a more like, you know, like if you take enough steroids for long enough, your balls probably gonna start shrinking because your balls shrinking is because you're getting exogenous testosterone. You get testosterone from outside your body. Yeah. So your body is kind of a use it or lose it thing. So it's like your balls are like, right, like I ain't got to produce testosterone no more. So I ain't really got to be this big no more. That's where they shrink, innit? And so you have to get your natural production up and stuff like that. Man are gonna be in here like, oh, why does he know so much about steroids? Yeah, maybe he's on them, bro. I just have to do my research, G. Don't even do me like that.
We'll never do that. Listen, people that come on the podcast, we expect them to first of all to even be well versed with these topics because.
But I've been in this industry for a minute, bro.
Long time. We're gonna get
friends I have XYZ.
Just one more. What's your opinion on steroids? Like your personal opinion. I know you probably have friends out there taking steroids, or you might know someone that takes steroids. But in your humble opinion, what is your view on it?
It's a tool, and it's a tool that most people don't need.
Okay.
You know? The most common answer you'll get from people is, if you're competing, it's cool. If you're not, then no.
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
Oh.
Because competing isn't just like an excuse to destroy your health for almost no reason, yeah? The truth is, like, people look at bodybuilders and you have an unconscious bias. It's like a survivorship bias, yeah? So your brain is doing it based on the people that have made it. People at the top, the Chris Bumsteads, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman's, cool. For every one of them, there's 1,000 guys that have ruined their health and never made it anywhere close to that.
Never come close.
They're doing local competitions, coming fifth. They're doing all of this stuff, destroying their health for no reason. And I'm not comfortable enough saying that just because they're competing, that means it's okay.
Yeah.
Because no, maybe you shouldn't be competing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to weigh these things up. Like, I think before you go into something, you double down to the point of messing up your health. You got to sit back and ask yourself, like, okay, do I have some talent in this? Am I better probably than the average person at this? Do I have some ability to probably, do well in this? These are questions that you need to ask yourself probably before you do anything, much less something where you got to take drugs. Illegal drugs, may I add. Like, it's not legal. In the UK, I think it's legal to
have. Is it? You can't go to Tesco and buy it.
No, it's illegal to, I think it's something like, it's legal to have, probably up to a certain amount. If you had like 100 vials on you, you'd probably be like, yo. A lot of the European countries are way stronger on steroids than we are in the UK. Yeah. Like, I remember my friend, I was always boys with this guy called Oliver Forsted. He was a big guy in the industry. He was from Sweden. He would talk about how, like, the police just come in the gym and, like, drug test man, or like, they're way more on it with steroids than we are here in it. But point being, like, if you're going to do something like much as illegal that could damage your life, you got to look at these things first. So I don't just think, oh, I'm competing, it's cool, is enough of an excuse, because now a lot of guys be like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to compete, and they're blasting. They do horribly at the show and then all this stuff. And it's like, it's also, people like, have you seen, on TikTok there's like hope core. There was also like hopeless core, where it's like people almost saying like really dumb stuff with like inspirational music behind it. Yeah. You now have like,
I love that, by the way.
Yeah, it's jokes.
I kind of prefer it more than hope.
Nah, it is kind of jokes. But you now have obviously people, like the industry has flipped on its head, didn't it? In the past, you had like a fake natty epidemic. Not to say you don't have that now, but in the past, all these men on steroids would not say it because it was too taboo in the public eye. Yeah. And it would mess things up. Yeah. Now, there's social media personalities like, Togi. He like it's almost marketed steroids. Like, it's like he is talking about it in such a way that is so enticing, so will bring a young kid in and be like, want to be like, yo, like, Togi, come on, millionaire in like a year, just taking steroids, doing drugs, gambling. Like, I want to do that. Yeah. And like, obviously, people don't always think that simplistically, but like, a madman, teenagers are stupid. If you're 14, you're probably dumb. So people don't realize the impact that they're having on people whose brains aren't fully formed yet. So you have that. You have the Trend twins. Trend is in their name. Yeah. And so with that, they're glorifying a substance that has probably done some of the most harm out of all the steroids.
That's fucked, by the way.
Like, people talk about Trend as being like the, okay, how do I explain this? Like the beat your wife steroid. Yeah. Like, that is the one that probably mentally will mess you up the most. There's like forums and that where people claim that Trend made them gay.
No.
Yeah, bro. I remember More Play Sport, they said a video about it. People were there saying that Trend made them gay, and I think I can't remember. I don't think I watched the whole video, but I was something like almost like increase in testosterone. I don't know how you like. I don't know how you do it, but point being, like, Trend can do some mad stuff for you. So when you have it now, probably. But when you have like people now like the Trend twins or whatever, and stuff like that, and they're making it like popular for kids, like, I have no problem with them. I think they're cool guys, but like, realistically, that is probably doing a lot of harm. Like, probably doing, like, just have to think about it. It's probably like, imagine it in something else and being like the Crack Boys. Could you think of that? Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it wouldn't even sound right. Do you know what I'm saying? But Trend, that sounds cool.
That sounds cool, innit?
But yeah.
So final opinion series, just leave it. It's just a tool. Leave it as it is.
No, I think only situations where I would understand it is if you are like I'll give an example of my boy, his name's Lewis Emmanuel, yeah? Okay. Growing up, when we were like 17 and stuff, clearly very naturally gifted. He went and did multiple natural shows, did really well. Then he made a decision to jump on steroids, and he's doing his thing, most likely doing it safely. Cool. I haven't seen any major visual side effects. He looks like he's doing good. That, cool. Yeah. Because he did it as a natural, he knows what he's doing, I know he's gonna have like the right coach, stuff like that, all that. But the average person going out there just willy-nilly buying steroids from someone at the gym. Do you know when I was 16, I remember a guy in the gym coming up to me like, trying to tell me to get on growth hormone, bro.
Oh no!
Like people in gyms will just try and shot you steroids, bro. I was a child, bro.
Yeah.
And you have cheap people in the gym. He's not actually trying to sell it to me. He's like, go to this guy and stretch him or just like, yeah, but I'm 16, bro. What are you doing?
I'm putting that thought into a young man's mind.
Do you know what I'm saying? And some people are more impressionable. Me, I had good parents growing up.
Yeah.
I had a good head on my shoulders. I went church. Like I had sense in it.
Yeah.
But some people don't have that. So you introduce people to certain things and they just go off the rails.
Completely.
So I would say generally like no in it. Few cases cool, but generally like nah.
If I chuck a few names at you, could you guess, or do you think you could say this person's natty, this person's not natty?
I'd have a better idea than the average person.
Yeah.
But even still, like there's still gonna be people who it's like only them and God know.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah.
So like someone like Ashton Hall, natty or not natty?
I'm tempted to say natty, you know.
Really?
I'm tempted to say natty because I feel like if you were, I guess, if you were to see him next to other people,
Yeah.
he probably wouldn't look as big as he looks online, number one. Number two, like, although he has a good amount of muscle, a really good amount of muscle, what makes his physique look sick is like his insertions, like the way his chest is shaped, the way his arms are shaped, stuff like that. And steroids is not getting you that.
Okay.
It's not changing where your biceps insert on your arm, all these things. So someone can have a good amount of muscle, but just look really good because of the way that they're actually proportioned and stuff. And that's genetic, innit? So him, I'd actually probably say natty. There's a thing called FFMI. It means fat-free mass index. It's the main thing that like people kind of knowledgeable on the topics. One of the tools that they'll use in it to look at someone's natty or not. So generally, scientifically, so it's a score based on like your height, your weight, and your body fat percentage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So naturally speaking, I think you can get up to like maybe like a 26, maybe like a 27. If there's a brother in there, you do his fat-free mass. Let's say he's 5'6", 100 kg, 10% body fat. You could just list them numbers there. The guy's not natural.
No chance.
That's not possible naturally.
5'6".
Let's say, hypothetically, like I'm not using say anyone in particular, but let's say you just list them stats. You can categorically say that person's not natural. That the natural body is not capable of doing that.
That guy would look like a Rottweiler.
That's what I'm saying. That guy will actually look like a pit bull. But like, yeah, there's people that are kind of in that grey area because there's always going to be like there's 8 billion people on the planet, innit?
Yeah.
There's going to be outliers, innit? So there are going to be people who like, okay, say 26 is the natural cutoff. But this brother in Sierra Leone is a 27. No, don't do that, bro. Because I actually like that guy. I actually like that guy.
You see, you lot trade as well, innit? You don't trade.
Yeah, no, I did. I went to his house, innit? Like,
yeah. So you can't. Should we leave that one?
Not leave it because it's like not so I can say category. I can say not simian, yeah. But there are names that you could ask me that in the public eye people think they're natural or don't know they're on steroids, and I know for a fact that they are because I've been in the industry for so long and I know certain things. Okay. Simian's not one of them. Moses London, nah.
Wait, he's not natty?
No. He's natty. He's natty. He's natty. No. I'm not doing that. Bro, like you're gonna join again, like no, bro, that I know, innit?
He's that you're
trying
messy.
Trying to mess up my thing.
What about Jibril? Do you think Jibral's natty?
Yes, bro, he's 17. That's what, like...
17 doing that?
Yeah, I know, but the thing... Okay, people always do that with, like, guys, like... people do it with, like, super young guys, and they always think they're on steroids, yeah. But, like, I'm not gonna lie, having the wherewithal to, like, get steroids and take them consistently and all of that stuff, bro, there are young guys that do that stuff, but, bro, like, when you're 17, bro, I'm just not doing that, bro.
Why?
Bro, like, that's...
You can't just be writing these things off and then say you're just not doing that.
Bro, like...
Why not? You look like this. You're the only one that... You're the only kid your age lifting
I find it so hard to... Like, again, he's not a person he has obviously loads of muscle in it, but he has very good insertions. Like, the way he's actually built, like, genetically is clearly, like, good. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but that's the thing... Because I have a slightly different perspective than a lot of people, because a lot of people see young guys doing crazy stuff and, like, automatically, like, they're on gear. But... I just think it's less like they're more likely to just be a genetic outlier than they are to be like go into a local dealer and get like. Furthermore, some of this stuff costs money, you know.
That's the only thing.
This stuff costs money, bro. It's not cheap. Say that. Yeah. It's not cheap.
You can't be 17. We're saying it's hard to be 17 and a
bro. Like avoiding and also I don't know how long he's been on socials in it, but he seems to kind of done this fairly consistently, and this would be an ongoing. People think like steroids, you take steroids a couple times and you're good. Nah. Like, no, this is an ongoing thing. Man, I take it every day, every week. Do you know what I'm saying? That stuff costs money. Like it's not cheap. So that's another thing where I'm like, bro, like. But then you do have them 14-year-olds online that actually do go on steroids, and they are so.
How do you like? How do you split the two? How do you say okay, natties and not natties when you know the kids are taking these things?
I don't know, bro. I just have a feeling, innit?
But
do you know what? Do you know what? I actually think Natty or Not as a whole is actually so dumb.
No, it's not.
Natty or Not is so dumb.
It's important. Bro. It's important.
No, Natty or Not is so dumb.
Why is it dumb?
Natty or Not is dumb because, again, there's a lot of people out there only got... Okay, reason Natty or Not is dumb is you can look at someone and think that, okay, this is why it's dumb. Most of the people on steroids don't look like they're on steroids. That's number one. Yes. No, see, your mind, again, this is like a survivorship bias or whatever, or just seeing people at the top and thinking everyone looks like Chris Bumstead. Yeah. Majority of men are taking steroids to go out beef for, or taking steroids just because the man on site are like, oh yeah, you know, taking steroids, or they're a bouncer and the other bouncer working there is on steroids. Majority of men on steroids, because you got to think, majority of people, average person has average genetics, yeah? The average person on steroids is not looking like Ronnie Coleman, bro.
Nah, no chance.
So they're not like, people don't realize that there's a lot of people that they take steroids and they either don't gain anywhere near as much muscle as you think, or they gain a bit of muscle but still not enough to the point of looking better than someone who's natural and just locks in. Because it's like a good amount of people take steroids just for it to be just quicker. Yeah. So let's say I've been training for 10 years, yeah? Damn. And let's say you've been training for 3 years. Yeah. And after year one, you took steroids, innit? Yeah. If I've got really good genetics, even if you just took steroids for a year, you're not necessarily going to be bigger or stronger than me. There's people that I know on steroids and they're not bigger and stronger than I am, and I'm natural. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you're going to have to take a lot of steroids to bridge that gap of like 10 years, and you're also going to have to be. This is like, let's say you took steroids, yeah, but you still drank, you still smoked, you still done all this stuff, didn't get sleeping. Yeah. Then you're not going to get the best results. Other person who's natural could just lock in and get better results than you. So that's another reason. That's the number one reason, because there's people, I'm telling you, out there, you would not even think this guy's on steroids, and they are. Damn. Bro, do you know probably a lot of steroids? Okay, do you know who I think is more likely than even some athletes to be on steroids? Who? Bear of the man that go on Love Island, bro.
Yeah.
Probably, I can't lie, probably bare of the man that go on Love Island probably will take steroids. Reason being, and I'm not calling anyone out here.
Yeah.
You got to think
No, I'm
not. No.
Why?
No, that I'm super not doing.
Yeah, why?
No, I'm super not doing that.
Did you watch last season's Love Island?
Yeah, I watched this last.
So like Dijon.
No, I'm not gonna. No. Again, I'm not going into anyone in particular, because because I also do that. I would be singling people out when I don't need to, innit? What I'm saying is, okay, you apply for Love Island, they reach out to you, yeah, and then let's say you go through the interviews, blah blah blah, you get confirmed, yeah. Let's say it's, I don't know when they do, April or whatever, and you're going in June. I have 2 months, and I know that I need to be in the best shape of my life in 2 months, and when I get there, I can't really train. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, this man are gonna blast real quick. Yeah, bro, like that for me is way more likely than like, I don't know, Jabril being on steroids, bro.
Do you reckon Love Island's giving them the steroids though? No. And look, I've never done it before. Actually, no. Before I say that, do you think I take steroids?
No. And that's not a diss. No. You're a big guy, innit? But what country are you from?
Nigeria.
Okay, cool. I don't have to say much more.
Cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just
say it, yeah.
You think I take steroids?
You? It's possible, innit? Remember you told them when they weren't working or something? I don't know.
You.
no, like that. But you're actually trying to make me violate, bro. You're actually trying to make me violate.
That you is so peak. Oh my days. No.
I have to think for a minute.
No, we're not knocking it. Last one, yeah. I was out, like I said, I've never taken steroids before. Yeah. Are they really taking up the arse?
Wait, what information are you getting up the arse?
Like, are they like injecting?
Man are injecting into their arse, not up. Bro, like, what kind of freaky stuff do you think this is? What are you on? I can't like. This is actually funny, because if you were then to take steroids, bro, would you be like spreading your thing? Is that what you'd be doing, bro? You got some bookie info, bro.
No, bro, I've never taken it before.
Okay, I can't lie. Whoever told you that, trying to do you in. Bro, you just
told me that they shoot it into their arse.
Yes, in the muscle, bro. In the muscle. Because again, man are gonna be like, oh, why does he know all this info, innit? I have friends, bro. They'll get their girl to do it. They'll do it in their bum, because you want like a.
Wait, they'll get a girl to do it?
Yeah, a lot of men get their girl to do it.
There's a freaky girl. Yeah, bro. Freaky girl, mate.
A lot of times, man will inject into their arse, I think, because it's like a muscular area and you don't want too many veins. Areas like you don't want to inject, so it's like your leg, yeah? And I actually have a brethren of mine, I think he actually started steroids and started injecting to his leg, and it was feeling weird. And then he told someone, I was like, bro, what the hell are you doing? Like, you don't do it because there's a lot of veins and arteries in your leg. Yeah. So it's like, if you inject directly into one of them, bro, you could be done.
How many 10-year-olds do you think it will take to fully take you out? So you're in the room right now, 10-year-olds are in the room. How many of them are going to take you out?
It's got to be at least like 35, 40. Because at a certain point, you can start booting, man. Like,
that's what I always see like that. I mean,
start doing Travellas on them, man.
But if they're coming one at a time, by the way.
Oh, one at a time, then it's infinite.
Yeah.
Until I get tired, which is probably not that long because I'm kind of big now, but like probably like a lot. But at one time, innit? But to be fair, 10 is like a weird age, innit? Because there's some big 10-year-olds out there, you know.
Nah, 10-year-olds.
Bro, there's some big 10-year-olds out there, bro.
Man. As soon as you smoke one of them, older 10-year-olds will see that and be like, ooh.
Actually, yeah, to be fair, they're still kids, innit? So they'll get traumatized.
Kids, bro. Like one hit,
see the bridge laid out, bro.
The other kids are even going to be crying about watching the one 10-year-old that's been smacked up. Yeah, I mean, so that's how I see it. Say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your brand, of course. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Yeah, I mean, what made you want to go for that? Because we're going into like streetwear now as well with that. So yeah, what was the thinking behind that? What was the lead up to it? And then obviously you done the launch recently. So everything's out. Yeah. How's that process been for you?
We got this is our like best product so far. The leather jacket dropping on Friday. This Friday, so it's the 29th of
the one you were gatekeeping.
September. Yeah, I was gatekeeping that for a minute. I can't lie. To answer your question, it came out like quite slowly. So just the general first thought was just that like having my own brand would be good in it, because the whole time I've been an influencer, it's just all been brand partnerships. And brand partnerships are cool. Like they are good because they like the logistics of a brand doing that while you're an influencer is very hard. And I know that now, but actually doing it. So just being an ambassador, you get the clothes, you promote the clothes, you get commission. It's actually quite easy. It's not too bad in it. But the desire to have my own thing kind of had been there for a minute. And then when certain kind of things happen and it's like, okay, the security of just a brand partnership isn't quite, the same as if you just have your own thing and no one can take that away from you. Yeah. That's where kind of thought come from. And then that got expedited at one particular point or whatever. And then I had the thought about it, but then the longest parts of brands a lot of times is just the name and the logo. Yeah. That's not going to take you a year, 2 years, whatever. I remember the name Massiah coming to me in like, I don't know, maybe like October or something, November. Because like I always wanted to get my name in it somehow, but I didn't want it to be Massiah because it's like quite like a biblical last name in it. You know what I'm saying? Biblical. And it's like, I don't know, it just seemed like a lot. So I was like, I just thought Saya could be a good like shortened version, and no one's ever called me Saya before, so it's not even really related to me like that, but it's kind of in there. And then the says so bit was kind of I actually don't know the exact point when that came about, but the main part of that where that came in, it was just like, obviously with the brand, you're trying to like get something across. You're trying to, portray a portion of yourself or your whole self, innit? So the Saya says so, it's just like, I just explain it, it's like, it's a personal statement of like self-confidence, believing you can do anything that you want to do just because you said so, innit? Yeah. So it's like, I've always had that aspect of like delusional self-confidence that's gone into like all the stuff I've done, the stuff we talked about, the world record and all this stuff, right? So I've had like delusional self-confidence, and I feel like that's carried me to where I've got to, but at the same time, in the UK, I feel like that's something that's more frowned upon than in other places. Okay. There was a study recently, I think it named the UK as like one of the most unhappy places in the world. Most depressed, stressed out places in the world, isn't it? So I think when people are coming from that standpoint, when they see someone with bravado, with, confidence and stuff, it can rub a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah. But
I call it mediocre mentality. I've always said people hate to see people like
it makes you feel bad about yourself, innit?
Way bad about yourself.
That's what I'm saying. So I think having that kind of mentality while being in the UK, you go through, times of like suppression of that. I can remember being a kid and being the same person I'm now, being the same person when I was a kid. Yeah. But I'm talking primary school. I'm saying, oh, you're too cocky or like too full of yourself, stuff like that, right? So that kind of gets suppressed at a point. Then you get older, you start coming into yourself and you start achieving certain things. Yeah. And you realize that part of achieving that, a large part of that comes from that self-confidence that carries you through to actually believe you can even do that in the first place, isn't it? Yeah. That's kind of just what the name means, innit? But I'm still not 100% if we're going to just continue just to rock with the Saya Says So or just go more to Saya. But I like having Saya Says So there because then like the short version is just like SSS, innit? I'm sure that sounds cold, it just looks cold. There's definitely going to be like SSSTs and all of that, innit? But that was that, innit? And then as far as like where, our brand placement, as far as like, what lane we're in, I want to go fashion because I didn't want to lock off like my brand partnerships. Obviously I'm a gym influencer, so the main thing I do is gym. So having gym brand partnerships is cool.
Shout out Young LA.
Yeah, shout out Young LA, man. Obviously, we're always repping Code Nate. But I didn't want to lock that off. And also, I wanted to kind of challenge myself. Because I feel like it would be easier for me to sell like a compression tee or like just general gym stuff, oversized t-shirt, or just stuff related to gym. That wouldn't be too challenging. But going into fashion is a completely different lane, completely different set of rules almost and ideals and people who are at the tops of the industry. I'm not saying I'm not the top fitness influencer, but I've been a prominent name for a long time.
We're a big drip. Please, we are not humbling none of
nothing. I've been established for a minute, innit?
Yeah, a long time.
But in fashion, a lot of you guys don't know me. I mean, I go to some of these events and some of these people know me because some of the videos that I've done are quite mainstream. Like when I done the speed video, that was mainstream. Everyone saw that one. Some of the other stuff I've done, like that's like quite mainstream. So people would have seen like the GCSE video. People don't realize that when I get stopped in London or South London, whatever, the kids, this is the first video they've seen of me is the GCSE one.
Damn.
Like, because that video kind of went everywhere. They were showing that in schools and stuff like that. Yeah. So some of these men know me in it, but I'm not known as a fashion guy. But I've always had a bit of that in me. Like I look at myself as I'm like a person. I'm not a fitness influencer. So that is one aspect of myself that I've chosen to express for the last 5, 6, 7 years, whatever. But that's not the entirety of me in it. So I have other things that I'm interested in, music, fashion, sports, whatever. I haven't had a creative outlet for those things. So my brand is now a creative outlet for that and an opportunity to kind of delve into a next industry that I feel like I can do well in off the back of, some of my existing relationships. Like someone who works with me on the brand is my boy Luke. He's a very prominent name in kind of the fashion industry. And obviously with him, I've got to know a lot of the guys from this brand called Lost Boys and seeing a lot of people over there, like even artists. This campaign we've done for the leather jacket is done with like one of my favorite artists, Len. We made him a 1-of-1 jacket. Did a shoot with Travi the other week here. We got I was thinking about doing him on a 1-of-1 jacket and just some of these. I did my brand launch party and I had YT performing there, one of the biggest like up and coming guys in the UK. He was wearing my jacket, stuff like that. So all this stuff that I've been able to do, I feel like it's off the back of relationships and things that I've built while being a fitness influencer, and I can now like more not capitalize on it, but incorporate it into my brand and kind of give myself a leg up that I wouldn't be able to had it not been. Do you know what I'm saying?
Time to cash in.
So yeah, man, that's kind of what it's been. So the first drop was mainly just kind of the essentials, the hoodie, the tees, But now we're getting more into the more like the winning products, the more like statement pieces. So this next level jacket is our entry into that. It's been massively hyped for ages. I went to Kendrick Lamar concert. I was waiting in line to get a drink and this guy came up to me and was like, "Oh, that jacket's cold." Which has been mad actually. I've had multiple people come up to me telling me that my clothing is cold in person, which I don't even get with regular clothing. Like,
that's the best.
More times you step out in a nice fit, it's still nice, but no one says anything. Nah. But last week, a guy was begging on the street, came up to me and first thing he said to me was like, "My jacket's cold." Then he asked for money. I'm not even lying, my girl was there.
He said the drip was more important first.
No, he's like, "Yeah, that jacket's cold. Can I get some money?" But before that, I went to Kendrick concert. A guy actually asked to buy it off me. That jacket, he asked to buy it off me. I was like, "No, this is my sample. I can't do that." But like that kind of reaction, all the people online is like, "Yo, like, where's the jacket?" Like, you should be like, "You're violating for not releasing this," stuff like that. This has been so cool for me, innit? Because this is something that me and my designer worked on, and it's something that like, it's like a passion project almost. Like it's like, I don't know, when you express different ways of self-expression are different because it feels like more vulnerable, because there's something that like when it's something that you think of, which is an idea and stuff like that, it feels like a piece of yourself you're putting out there.
It's like a baby.
So then when so when it gets received well, it's like raw. And I'm not at that cocky, like, I'm the coldest, I am fashion. I'm not there yet, innit? Yeah. When someone tells me my stuff is hard, I'm still like, bro, you actually think it's hard, bro? Like, even when we done the shoot last week, like, we went Soho House after there was some people there. And Travi, the model that we had, he's a rapper as well. He fucked with it so much. He was wearing the jacket into when we even finished the shoot. We went to dinner and that. And they asked what we were doing. I said we were shooting. So the jacket. And these people at the table were loving off my thing. I was like, bro, like, it's actually that cold. Like,
that's a good feeling.
Do you know what I mean? It's mad. So I feel like that's still a good place to be in. I don't want to rest on my laurels yet. Like, I still in a pit. Like, okay, I haven't established myself yet, innit? Yeah. Literally yesterday, I know the brother that runs IG page Undiscovered. It's his big like fashion page and that. Okay. And he texted me asking for pictures of the jacket he was gonna post. So he posted it on their like monthly, like payday, what you need to buy on payday, innit? And this is me alongside Mertra, all these other brands. I'm like, raw, bro. And my picture looked cold. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Picture looked cold. So I'm like, raw, like, this actually, it's getting somewhere.
Big drip.
So like me and my designer always like, because when we actually see it happening, like when we did the event and like YT is wearing it, it's actually like, raw, like we actually done this and then these men are wearing it, it's like, raw. So this is like, I'm generally so passionate about this.
And it's still the beginning as well.
I'm saying it's still in the beginning. So I've got a lot of faith in where this can go. Yeah. But I just want to make sure that, the message that I actually have gets across in it, because you can buy clothes from anywhere now. Like, there's a million brands out there. Everyone's starting a new brand every other day, and then you got like TikTok shop now. You just scroll and you just see a product, I want to buy it. Like, so the barrier, like the barrier to entry is so low now, right? Meaning like anyone can do it. So where you stand out with that is just it being you, which is just something that nobody can copy you or emulate as much as they can try.
That's all, man. Everyone go get that size say so's as well. You know what I mean? You got new drops coming up as well. Nutrition, right? So what fuels a powerlifter? What's a typical powerlifter's?
What do I eat?
Thank you for taking that away from me.
Like carbs are a big thing. You know, sometimes, you know, some bodybuilder guys talk about like low carb, powerlifting is performance, isn't it? So the number one thing that drives performance is like gonna be the carbohydrates. So you want to make sure before your sessions, get a lot of carbs in, whether that's like, you know, rice or pasta or just bread or whatever. Like you just want to fuel up. Make sure to get the protein in. A lot of powerlifters do things that you might seem weird. Like you might see a lot of powerlifters with like sweets on them in the gym. Obviously a lot of sweets in that. That's
Haribos,
Haribos, Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch is a big one.
When I said Tangfast, I should have said the sours because it was like
Sour Patch. You always see a pack of Sour Patch.
Why?
Because bro, my sessions would kill a man. Do you know what I mean? My sessions, like I would do.
They was like, not killing nothing, bro.
Bro, shut up, man.
I'm pulling up, bro. Like, I'll pull up your session. I'll bust that, bro.
Have a day off, man.
Yeah.
When you see me do all these videos online, lifting, you don't realize I do all of them in the same day, in the same session.
Bro.
So when I do 320.5 kg squat, 207.5 kg bench, 373.5 kilo deadlift, that is in one session. So when we go and do our SBD sessions, we do a heavy ass squat and then back downs, 3x4. Heavy ass bench, back downs. Heavy ass deadlift, back downs. A squat alone can write a man off. That's why you don't even see man going in the gym squatting. You tell me after you squat and you do back downs, you now got a bench, back downs, deadlift, back downs. You still need to have energy for that deadlift. It's not like you're just chilling deadlifting. I deadlift over 800 pounds. So it's like, you need to have that energy throughout the entirety of your session, innit? Yeah. And again, that comes from like carbohydrates, and like, you want them fast acting carbohydrates. You're not gonna sit down and eat some yam or something like that in between squat and bench. You know what I'm saying? You need something that's gonna get into your bloodstream quick, innit? And so that's why you see sweets with a lot of powerlifters. So that's the reason. That's the reason why they're.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What are cheat meals though? What's your
I can cheat quite a lot in it. I can.
Clearly.
Because, bro, like, what do you mean clearly, bro? You tell us Oh, no, bro. Listen, man. You can't tell me that I don't already know, innit, bro? I know that. But after this competition, I might need to cut back down.
Hey, bro, that was not meant to come out.
This guy's
but you just rubbished me when I said I could pull up to your session. He's like, I had to get something back.
Nah, bro. That was not the one. I'm joking. But no, like, because obviously, like, I bulked it with this last year, innit? Like going from like 96 kg to like 106. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 kilos, innit? Like,
sizable.
It's hard to get there with chicken and rice. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of chicken and rice.
It's a lot
to get that 10 kilos, innit? So sometimes a little something.
What's a little something, man? Let's have the cheat meals.
All right, what do I like? I was a big pizza guy, innit? But I'm not too heavy on the pizza.
What you get on your pizza order?
I'm a pineapple guy.
Yeah. What? Pineapple what?
Pineapple like pepperoni or like beef or something.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I like when I meet other pineapple people.
Yeah, bro, everyone needs to have that on their pizza, bro. I'm being dead ass. Like pineapple,
bro, like it will change your life.
It's like sweet and savory. It doesn't matter.
It's the combination. You know what I'm saying?
It's such a combo. All right, cool. Go on.
I like, even though I'm Caribbean, I really fuck with like African food and that. Cool. When I went to France, I went for Fashion Week, Paris, like in June. Just one spot in Paris that I ate at like basically every single day. I pulled up there by myself.
Yeah.
They had the fish and the tiep or like their jollof equivalent. I was munching that. I get that. I saw all that. But the thing is, where I live now, it's hard to get good African spots in it. So I've tried a couple different ones. And because I'm not like Africa, I'm Caribbean, I don't know how to cook.
It's hard.
I can cook like a jollof rice in it. But like, and I call that a cheat meal as well because I won't lie, some of them stews and that be swimming in that oil, G.
Now what's your opinions on palm oil?
But like cultural palm oil.
Yeah.
I ain't got any specific opinions on palm oil, but I can say like cultural foods as a whole, like a lot of our black cultural foods, bro, they can do you in, bro. You have to, definitely, bro. Even Caribbean, you get your plate of curry goat, say you're at like potluck or something, you got the plastic plates, Look underneath the plate, bro, just soaked with oil, bro. Like a lot of our cultural foods can, and it's me not saying that you need to abandon your cultural foods, but just like sparingly and also using some substitutes sometimes in it, or even making it yourself and just not putting in all that oil. Because if you make it normally, a lot of our food, like it's good, you know, high protein, But like
dunking oil
when these men are drowning it, it's like, yo,
it's nasty.
Do you know what I'm saying? Still, but man. I can't lie. You know when it's not made at home, you don't think about it too deep.
Nah.
If you were to make that same thing at home and have to put in that much oil, you'd actually be looking at yourself sideways.
You'd be finished. You'd be looking like. Have you seen that thing that I had this conversation with Magnum Mans? When someone takes like an ice cube and they put it at the top of an oily sort of like pot of,
and it just separates,
and you can literally see the fat sticking onto the ice.
No, I mean this is why we have high blood pressure and diabetes, isn't it? But
man, it's
one of them ones, man. But but like I still love our culture within it. Like still, like again, you man saw me when I pulled him last week with the yard food.
Yeah,
I had that on me.
It's like a large bag.
I had a large
3 different containers.
Bro, I pulled up here, Mads went here. Yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? I'll pass the yard food shop. Let me just roll there quickly. But yeah, bro, as I'm saying. But the thing is, like, I feel like when you grow up and you have all those cultural foods in it, you can't just abandon all that for chicken and rice, G.
Nah,
you can't, like,
enjoy some, man.
You can't, like, you really can't. Like, even
if
you got to put the jerk seasoning on it or something, and that's why a lot of
is that bad for you as well?
No, it's not.
Because
I feel like bodybuilders popularized this thing of like sodium being bad and like seasoning being bad. Bro, these things are not bad. Furthermore, if you're someone training heavy in the gym, what do you do in the gym? You sweat. What do you lose when you sweat? You lose both water and electrolytes, sodium, potassium. You know that. You need to replace that.
That's why it's salty.
That's why. What do you think? What do you think an electrolyte drink? When you get electrolytes, what do you think it is? It's salt. It's potassium. That's what's in it. So you need some of that stuff. So seasoning your food is completely fine. There is don't tell me about calories when you're talking about putting just paprika on your food, bro. Like it's really not that serious, bro.
Please,
I'm not hearing that. If I see a man cooking some unseasoned chicken, I'm gonna say, don't try tell me nothing. You're not in bodybuilder prep, bro. Don't try
do that, man.
Season your food, innit, bro?
Season it, man. Come on, man. The guy, obviously, big boy Porsche driver.
I'm actually thinking of getting rid of it.
You want to get rid of the Porsche?
Yeah.
Dang, why? It's not fast enough no more.
I got that in a particular period of my life, innit?
Yeah.
Even though it was only last year.
Big drip.
That was when I was still still a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Not doing the stuff I'm doing now. Now I'm running a clothing brand, and the difference between all that, because I have a business, I have a coaching company, I do other stuff. But the difference between that and this is upfront costs and risk.
Yeah.
There's no risk associated with running a coaching company. Your costs are basically zero. Like clothing brands, you have risk. You have, all right, cool. I don't want to do you don't want to do pre-orders because you don't want to have men waiting 6 weeks for their stuff. All right, cool. I'm make my stuff pre-made. You spend thousands on the stock, you spend thousands, or like one shoot can set you back near $1,000 because you get a good photographer, videographer, they're gonna be charging £250, £500
for shoots. Yeah.
You get good talent, these men are gonna be charging a certain figure plus their management will want a little extra, and that's just for one. Maybe you need a couple. Damn. A good shoot can set you back $1,000. $1,000. Do you know what I'm saying? So you put all of that stuff together, and this is being, and I'm not trying to do it small time in it. I want this to be big.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I can spend the money that I'm spending on my car. I have big monthly payments because when you do finance, you can do PCP, you can do HP. I did HP in it because I wanted to own it outright at the end. That was like a thing. I was like, okay, I want to own it outright in it. I did it with 3 years. So my payments are large, G. Payments are large, bro. So like, yeah, G. I wanted to be able to say like, yeah, like man owns it outright in it. But now with all this stuff I got going on, I'm thinking of, because doing it like that, I have a lot of positive equity now. I don't know what positive equity is. The value of your whip versus how much you owe left on it. I'm in a good chunk of positive right now. So I'm thinking of just cashing that in and not having finance anymore, just cashing in what I can get for say like 20 bags. Because I've done it now. Like we were saying, like from my whip, because I like SUVs in it. Only way I'm going is like Urus. And cannot justify a Urus, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Cannot just, bro. Like cannot just.
I just took the steam out of the conversation.
Cannot justify a Urus.
Why not?
Bro, like nah.
Why not?
I'm 22 years old.
Yeah, but you're a big trip, bro.
No, but life priorities, G. I got a girlfriend. I got a dog. We just moved into like a really nice house that we don't own. A lot of people think I own my house. I don't own my house. I'm still renting.
Yeah, it's a lovely crib, by the way.
Thank you, bro. But like, I want to own a nice crib, and I live in London, so it's not like these men from Leicester or Nantes,
no. You're paying
200,000-300,000. No. If to buy my equivalent crib would be like 800 bags. Woo.
You got that though, man. Come on, man.
No,
I ain't got that. Why are you gaslighting us, bro? Is it because we're in the studio?
I don't know who you think, bro. Like, I don't know who you think you're saying with have 800. Alright, listen, these men don't pay that much, G. But yeah, I ain't got that. So it's like I need to start thinking about that stuff. So like last year, I wasn't in that headspace. I wasn't in the headspace of a brand owner now, where you need to take the personal risk. A lot of times, people do businesses, they go bankrupt, G, or they got to take money from people, or get loans and stuff like that. I'm funding it all from my personal income. So it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of where my headspace is. So when it comes to like, because
so when you were that age, obviously it's only last year, but like, you're walking into the push.
Bro, I feel like the dealer didn't even take man serious.
Nah, he took you, man. You asked, can I turn the engine on? I saw that video. He's like, yeah, turn the engine on.
Bro, like, because what was I gonna say? I feel like man didn't even take me, because me and my boy pulled up because we went to view it first, didn't we? Okay. Well, not even that one. We just went to see what they had in it. And at first, we felt like man wasn't taking us in, bro. I remember we went out for food afterwards, and we were like, bro, like, are we bugging, or was my man not taking us in? But really and truly, you get two young black guys. Because I got my Porsche from Porsche.
Yeah, Mayfair.
Porsche Mayfair, innit? Yeah. So I pulled up to Porsche Mayfair, me and my brethren, we just looked like two black brothers from South London. They probably get a bunch of stunters coming in there. So you got that. But then I was actually serious in it. So now I looked online, and they just got one exactly what I wanted in. Called up straight, And then I even said to the salesman after I got it, like, yo, I feel like you weren't really trying to take me serious at first. He was like, what? I was nice to you, I'm like, no shade to him. And he was completely like nice guy and that. But obviously at first you're gonna be thinking, these kids.
Yeah, come on, man.
So I'm grateful for that experience, innit? Yeah. Like it's not like it's not nothing to be able to have been in that spot to do that last year. So that will never leave. Like that's an experience that I've had, cool. But then it's like going forward now, do I need to double down on this and continue doing this for the sake of what? Like I care less about external validation now.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You get that and it's like, it's cool, innit? But bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, you see as a man, you see if you were to take women out of the equation, do you know how many less things we would do?
You know what? Yeah, I used to.
Do you know how many less things? Do you think man would go club if it was men only clubs? Do you think man would spend 10 racks on bottles if there was no things?
Yeah, okay, they won't. But let me say something there. I think them get a lot of like, let's say the bust down chains. Yeah. And I do think they get that for male validation.
Yeah, but it's a by proxy. You get male validation, and then girls see that you're head honcho, so you get female validation.
Yeah. But like,
I'm saying that the two is.
But I feel like the female validation is almost like a byproduct of male validation. So if I'm getting male validation, I'm definitely going to get female validation. But like low key, I feel like them.
No, but girls know what a bust down is.
Yeah,
girls,
but like
girls know what. No, but women have
like a real bust down because I could wear
but women
right
have a lower threshold when it comes to that stuff. Like for example, like when I met my girl, I had a Mercedes CLA in it, but
oh my god, the horror.
My girl probably didn't know the difference between a CLA and an S class. And I could have told her I was driving an S class. She probably wouldn't know the difference. In fact, she told her friend had a BMW, bro. I was like, what are you talking about? Can you not see the Mercedes logo on there? Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I just feel like, bro, like maybe if I was single, I'd be way more gassed off of this, innit? Because, you know, girls might like it, Because I've had times where I've like been my boys, pulled up to the function, innit? Everyone's looking at you, So cool. That stuff might excite me more if I was a single man out here trying to get girls, Me and my girl are solid. Been together for 3 years. Yeah. I don't need that. So then it's like, who am I doing this for? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And in terms of male validation, cool. Me having a Porsche is cool, but it's much more. I've now actually done between now and last year. I've saved now become a world champion. Yeah, that's something that no one can ever take away from me. So it's like I don't need to prove myself like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I really think that a lot of guys in a lot of young black guys, what it is. We're some of the most financially unserious brothers that are out there. Oh God! But I think the drive. We're not stupid. It's what it is that it's perceiving yourself and thinking, people perceive you as low in it. So then you need to show more in order to feel like you can get that respect. Yeah. Yeah. Like my white friends in the industry who are making similar money, a lot of them don't splash out like I have. There's only one of them really. Like my bro James bought a Urus, but that's the only one so far that's done something like that. Do you know what I mean? But like other than that, most of these man, that money's just sitting in an account. They might drive a Polo, bro. Like, these men don't care. A young black brother would, bro, like, you never, as soon as you touch, like me, as soon as you touch some money, it's like, okay, well, I'm putting this on, like, not that long, and it's like, okay, like, first thing I remember I bought, like, was like a goose, bro. You want that kind of goose, bro. Because when you're growing up in South and that, you see all the trappers and them, and they got the goose. You're like, okay, I need me one of them. Of course. I remember it was the LV bag. I still have the LV bag.
To this day?
Yeah, I still have that, bro. It's like, that was like the thing, innit?
That's a trophy.
And that's what I'm saying. The goose is a trophy, the LV bag is a trophy, but like, the white brothers in the same circumstances as us would not be doing stuff like that.
No, they were in K-Swiss and they were putting
They would not be doing stuff like that, bro. So if I actually was to think about all the money I've blown in the last 4 or 5 years, bro, it actually would hurt, innit?
Nah, bro.
But then I feel like I needed to do that in order to actually learn. Because my parents always told me, like, my dad is a financially responsible guy. Yeah. And he would tell you, like, yo, make sure you're doing this. You don't need to do this. It took me a decent amount of time to actually learn that myself, innit? Luckily, I've learned this at age 22.
Oh, he's 22.
Some men that don't learn this until 30, 35, 40. And then, like, not life is over, because your life is never over. You can always, you know, make strides in it, but like, you can have done a lot more damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like I've caught myself at a point where it's like, okay, I'm done. I feel like I've closed this chapter, I've closed this book. I don't need any more Monclizzies. I'm good. Do you know what I'm saying? I can relax. Do you know what I'm saying? That's more thing. So like me, I wanna, like, more than having like a mad car, I'd rather have like a mad crib than have like a Urus now. Okay. That would be, so that's what I'm working towards. So yeah.
Big drip. Yo, hey, listen, Massiah, thank you, honestly, bro, for pulling up, man. And honestly, someone at 22 accomplishing what you've accomplished is insane, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the fact that you're still hungry for more, man. I just pray, like, a lot of the viewers watching this, not only, like, do you know what I mean, taking what you're saying, but just inspire them. You know what I mean? And if you were to, like, part ways with a message to, like, someone that's just sort of struggling in their own little space, you know what I mean? But they're looking for, like, wise words to get out there, like, you know what I mean? Especially within fitness. What would you say to them?
I've said it before, but it's just like, people underestimate what they can do in a year, 2 years, and overestimate what they can do in a month, innit? So if you've got big goals, I didn't pop off for two-ish years of doing it like decently consistently. A lot of people don't want to do that. So if you're posting on Insta, posting on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, post your first couple of videos and it don't do great, like, don't get demotivated, because chances are majority of the guys that you look up to, they were in the same boat. Same boat. No one, like, hardly anyone pops off straight away, bro.
We all start from zero.
So with that, you can know, like, just because your first couple videos don't do well doesn't mean that you're not cut out for this. On top of that, like, just what I talked about as far as like my brand and having that delusional self-confidence, try and find that somewhere, because you need to have that in order to actually keep going and believe you can do the stuff that you want to do in it. It's never a bad thing to have big goals, but just make sure you're not like hyper fixated on that to the point where you're not seeing the stuff that's right in front of you, you know? And never think you're too good for certain things, innit? I think one of the reasons why I got to kind of where I got to, and certain, you know, in the standings with some of the brands that I was with, was just because I hardly ever said no. Like, I was always down. I was always someone that was happy to be there. Don't let anyone stop you from just being happy to be there. When a lot of man try to do this stoic thing now, or this like stush thing, or just that don't fly. Nah, that don't fly, especially in like the more corporate work. That don't fly, G. You need to be happy to be here, because you can be replaced, bro.
Of course. So yeah, just remember that. Stay humble, and yeah, bro. Big drip. Hey, thank you for having me, though, bro. I would say, I can actually say, this has been the most enjoyable pod I've ever done. Woo! It's been the most. I think it's been the best pod I've ever done as well. Yo! So yeah, I can say that. Chill. Nah, bro. Chill, man. Hold that. I might start turning the microphone upside down. And defo, after probably some time passes, I'd like to do this again, bro. Oh, no, bro. Listen, bring that dub from the World Champ, man. We have another episode waiting for you, bro. And we'll root for you. We'll follow the journey the whole way. Thank you so much for pulling up, my brother, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro. Good luck on the competition. Guys, it's been PainTalks podcast, man. I think we can wrap, yeah? I'm scared. That was good, bro.